When you walk into Lucy Puls' show at Nicelle Beauchene Gallery in Tribeca, one of the first things that stands out is the scale of her work. The piece on the right towers over us as we walk in, and it's actually moving. You can see it kind of flapping in the breeze from the door. That's a little surprising. You expect photography to be stable on the wall, but the whole idea of something being unsettled or not fixed is really important to this work. That's because for all of the work in the show, Puls photographed the interiors of empty bank-owned homes around the Bay Area in California where she lives. This piece is called Delapsis, View from the Family Room. It's pigment ink on paper, there's a metal table frame down below, and you can make out a window here. You can see we're kind of looking out over an overgrown backyard. Delapsis means sunken or descended in Latin, and Puls explains that she's been interested since the 80s in objects that people want to get rid of. She is curious to know, why we want things and then why we don't want them. What are society's values? It's hard to tell what we're looking at in some of the artwork. The titles usually give it away. This one's called Linoleum Floor, so maybe the title's not so important here. But what does grab me is the blue and green color, this tranquil, beautiful color, on something that looks like it's just been put by the door casually, like it's waiting for a better place in the gallery, like it'll be moved. The 2D photos picture impermanent places also. In this one, the pink wall appears on its side, as if somebody's world has been turned upside down. Puls really has us examine the surface of her photos. She adds materials that include pyrite, steel powder, or reflective glass beads. And that gives the surface more interest, but it also gives it a gritty quality similar to the empty homes. So whether we're looking at one of these flat images or a lively sculptural piece of paper, there's always a moment of uncertainty about what we're actually looking at. Puls says she shot the images as if someone was bending over and putting something in a cabinet, as if they lived there and just had to look up for some reason, and that's when the photo was taken. Her goal in all of that is to create a formal balance, or to kind of correct something about the look of the room. And on a kind of psychological level, she says she's creating some order. Even though in real life, in the actual homes and the lives of the people who used to live in those homes, that's impossible for her to do. In spaces that look as if nature has taken over, and the party is certainly over, Puls finds a timeless message. She says, these used up, exhausted spaces vibrate with history. Everyday life happened in seemingly wild spaces. Wandering through empty homes is similar to hiking through a forest of fallen and rotting trees. Both are exceptionally beautiful and sad, speak of life, the passage of time, and the fragility of materials. Puls' monumental but ephemeral paper sculptures are both memorials to lost homes, lost dreams, and stability. They're sad but respectful and beautiful. Her work here is a warning to her audience that things don't last forever and that life is changeable.